up! Look!
What makes an icon? Why do a handful of characters persist in the zeitgeist across iterations? You've probably seen these two fellas, or these two, or the edgy ones, the silly ones, the ones with a link to the past, the number twos, the ones you've never seen, the ones your mind erased, and of course, the originals. So allow me to lay out my case for why Link is the Bond of games. The characters have transcendent identities. What do I mean by that? So James Bond was 007 in 1962, but he first got his 00 status in 2006. You can't create a continuous timeline without patching holes the size of the cradle from GoldenEye. But it doesn't matter. No one needs this character to have found a fountain of youth and gotten face replacement surgery half a dozen times, met Q, forgot Q, met Q as a kid, met Moneypenny as an old woman, forgot Moneypenny, then re-met Moneypenny when she got subjectively better looking. It's unnecessary, and the continuity between the different actors and time periods isn't what makes Bond James Bond. So few, if any, argue about the James Bond timeline. Zelda, on the other hand. Look, there's more than one Link and one Zelda. Let's just leave it there and say we agreed on a thing.
Killing!
Remote bombs, grapples, super magnets, motorbikes are all things Link uses on Her Majesty's mission. Q Branch is the toy store adults wish they'd get accidentally locked in overnight. Who, besides Inspector Gadget, gets more use out of gimmicky, over-the-top, Wile E. Coyote, Acme, Bat, crazy tech toys? Nobody does it better than Lincoln James. I friggin' love it.
Don't touch that! It's my lunch.
They aren't exactly the most consummate of conversationalists. And that's all I have to say about it. These stoic silent types, while strong, aren't invincible. They're surrounded by colleagues, companions, and friends. They've also both known some great ladies. Also, they have authority figures that set them on their quest. And I just have to point out, M and Impa.
Where the hell have you been?
Enjoying death.
Link and James are always exploring the vast diversity of their worlds. I'm a sucker for mixing up locations from hot to cold, dry to wet, and everything in between. I could make a whole video about this, so I'll save that convo for another place. It would be nice if our boys could just take us around the world and show us cool sights, but unfortunately, a-holes tend to ruin everything. So from world-dominating psychopaths like Majora and Christopher Walken, to mild annoyances like Octojob and Oddbrox, 007 and Link stand ready to stomp out evil and chew gum. And they're all out of...
Walther PPK. 7.65 millimeter. Only 3 men I know use such a gun. I believe I've killed 2 of them.
Lucky me.
I do think it's cool when an item carries characteristics of its owner.
Less of a random killing machine, more of a personal statement.
Take Bond's Walther PPK. Clandestine, reliable, and meant for close range. Its use requires concealment and calculation. Like Bond, it's refined, yet deadly. Then there's Link's Master Sword. It's a one-handed sword, as Link often blocks with a shield. It glows with a magical power under certain conditions. It's double-edged, allowing Link to come at his enemies from multiple directions. It can also fire a projectile-like force and is even a catalyst for time travel. The wielder must be pure of heart and strong of body. It essentially proves Link's credentials. Imagine if your resume could open a time portal and give lethal paper cuts. These two icons of multimedia have been with us for a long time, creating heroic stories that give us the most basic hope that good triumphs over evil. And I'm sure we've barely scratched the surface of their impact.
Everybody needs a hobby.
So what's yours?
Resurrection.
Let them remind each of us to be someone's hero today. Oh, and by the way, a Bond and a Link, they're synonyms.